Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and intuitive reader, your guide to a clearer perspective. I have a message for Sagittarius today, and I've asked my guides in spirit to bring a message through the cards that's going to be deeply meaningful for you as you journey on your spiritual path this week. So Sagittarius, it's a bit odd because we've got things happening at different levels for you, and the modes of perception are not all aligned quite yet. So let's look at this. We've got the wheel for the energy that the universe is sending you. Now, this means that things are changing for the better. Things are changing in their correct order. This is a lovely, really lovely card, really awesome energy. It's the assurance that everything is happening for you in the correct balance. But I feel like we're talking about something a little bit removed. This is not so personal as just something like the tapestry of destiny is starting to shift. It's starting to change. And this is happening behind the scenes. This is happening, maybe not right in your tangible reality, but it's happening somewhere back there, up where, the gods or whatever are planning everything. That's where this is happening. Now, you react to this energy with the paralleled card. And this is interesting because you're feeling transformation, but you're seeming to want to see it, or you're looking for it, or maybe you're feeling it on a very personal level. You're feeling the shift of alchemy happen within you. You may be perhaps experiencing a little more of your feminine energy than normal. There might be that kind of blend happening. But again, you're taking it on the inside. She's out in nature outside of her cave, and this is back inside. And then we see the transformation happening out there. So they're really kind of talking about the same thing. It's just that you're looking for like physical, personal evidence where the universe is wanting you to look not so much at yourself right now and look kind of out there. So let's keep going with these cards. Now here's where it gets weird for me, because all of a sudden we're in this strange mental place where you're trying so hard to figure something out. And our guides have a sense of humor. We've got all sorts of little faces on this card. There's a face there. There's a face in the candle. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it. The face on the candlestick. It's almost like the answer is right there facing you, but you don't want to face it. And what's going on is all of this analysis, all of this processing. It's interesting because he's kind of touching his third eye, and he's using his left hand, which talks to me about creativity and intuition. But when you look at the actual feeling of what's happening, it's all analytical process. And it's analytical process that's not necessarily getting him anywhere. These swords are kind of interlocked and they're at a standstill. So for some reason, despite all that was happening back here, with this alchemy and things turning, there's part of your mind that's really preoccupied. And I'm really not quite sure why, but that's what's happening. Now, we have this moment of the Hanged Man where you finally give up and you're just like, you know what, I can't figure this out. I don't get it. It's not making sense. I don't care anymore. And you just let go. The minute you do that, you get this. You get this sort of destiny come out. You get this inspiration from the divine and this certainty that, yes, this is the path forward. This is the way we're going. And so we've come like literally full circle. She's drawing a circle. These two cards I see together. Ace is a 1, the 10 in numerology is going to condense to a 1. So it's like all of a sudden things come back together for you, where now you get this flash of insight that says, oh, okay, I see how everything is changing. I see how everything is working for me. And I see that this makes sense. And I see my way forward, that I couldn't see before, what was facing me, right in my face. I see it. I've got the answer now. And it's like the oldest cliche in the book, right? Like the answer was there all along, the person was living right next door to you all along. But I think that's the point. What they're trying to say is that all of this knowledge of what's happening in the world is happening both inside you as well as outside in the world. And the answer is contained in you. It's just that sometimes there has to be a growth moment. And so there's space between answers. There's pause between sentences, something which I'm not very good at. But there's a little bit of growing space. And that's where we are right now. That's where your energy is right now, is it's wanting that space. And so your big question this week, Sagittarius, is what do I do in that space? Do I drive myself crazy trying to figure it out? Or do I just surrender to this space knowing that the answer is going to come up for me? Knowing that what I'm seeking is going to seek me and come and find me. So I asked for some advice and they told me to draw 2 cards. And by they, I mean my guides. So we've got Prince of Pentacles and we've got, and he's protecting this 10 of Cups here. So let me just check in for a second and make sure I'm going to go the correct direction with this. It's funny because this Prince of Pentacles, he's clearly not moving, right? You don't get any more stubborn or obstinate than this. You know, I'm not going anywhere. And that's what they're saying. You don't have to go anywhere this week. You are completely fulfilled. You are completely whole and satisfied. You have the potential to tap into that energy in this time of space. In the space-time. Okay, now we're going out into the universe again. We were already there last week. I want to stay on the ground. But anyway, not about me. You've got these 10 cups here, and they're saying in this space, in this interval, it's maybe better to look at all of these things that are helping to satisfy you, helping to make you feel emotionally supported, emotionally whole, emotionally gathered and collective. When you're trying to expend all that emotional energy here into the mind, it really is not going to get you anywhere. So this is some suggestion about what to do in this particular space. We're not supposed to be moving anywhere because things are shifting outside of us so that we will have the red carpet for us rolled out and you're going to walk. So what do you do in that space? Are you going to be impatient? Are you going to be frustrated? Or are you going to choose to increase and uplift your vibration by thinking of and focusing on that which makes you feel whole, satisfied, blissful, contented, at peace? That's a big question, because how you choose to use this space is going to determine whether it's easy for you to step up into that new reality, or whether there's still going to be things that pull you back, still going to be old things that drag you down. I'm seeing those cement blocks that people would, put on other people's feet, and you go down to the river, you get down to the bottom. Even if the chariot shows up and we're moving forward, if you're still dragging onto something heavy, if you've still got something heavy in your vibration, it's going to be much more bumpy ride, right, than if you were just flying through. So questions about that, please let me know. I always love to hear from you. And you are more than welcome to check out my website, True Guidance Tarot, especially useful if you are looking for some more personal guidance. That might be a great place to start. And either way, I look forward to seeing you next week on True Guidance Tarot. Have a great week.